Welcome back to Saas Bahu and Auntie Eve.
This is a podcast for every girl who's thinking of getting married and every woman जिसकी शादी हो चुकी है
Unfortunately,
and needs a place to vent खुलेआम.
I know all about that. I'm 40 years old and I've been married 11 years now. And you know me as S.
And I'm 26 years old, going to get married this year. You know me as V. In the last episode, we spoke about living with a high maintenance man and how it affects women, especially those who are married into a financially better off family, so to say.
Yeah.
You've been married for 11 years now, S.
Yeah.
Tell me, how was your experience through the whole wedding planning journey? Because now I am in that phase. And I want to know, was this as bad as it is right now? Or how was it?
I think wedding planning has always been very stressful,
Yeah.
whether now or 11 years ago. But yeah, it gets a lot more stressful when there is a financial disparity between both parties.
I agree.
है ना? Like
Yeah.
on either side. Like
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like the expectations are so different when you have money and when you don't have money, right? So
Yeah.
for a normal middle class service family, the budget for the entire wedding would probably be the catering budget for one function for a rich business family.
Yeah, that's a good example. I
Right?
agree.
Yeah. So that way the disparity becomes a lot. And even if there is no ill intent, there is no like dowry demand or anything.
Yeah.
Even then it becomes really unpleasant because किसी को चाहिए कि गुरु रंधावा आए मेरी संगीत पे परफॉर्म करने के लिए while
उनका
the-
बेसिक है वो.
उनका बेसिक है
Yeah.
while for the other party it is कि like जो उस शादी में हमने जो डीजे सुना था वो शायद हमें डिस्काउंट पे मिल जाए
Yeah.
you know, so it's and that उसमें भी we will have a very good time.
Yeah. Honestly, it's mostly what circles you run in.
Yeah.
Because with the rich people, of course, they have to cater to what they are seeing and attending. And for people who are from a middle class family, they cater to what they see.
Yeah.
And they think that's, of course, normal. And meeting
And
in the
it is
middle,
normal.
it is normal. And
Yeah.
meeting in the middle with a rich, let's say, family is so much more harder because उनको समझाना कि ये normal है is the hardest task, I think.
God, you're giving me like flashbacks
Tell
and
me.
not the nice kind of
Yeah,
flashbacks.
so tell me, what was your journey since you've told
Yeah.
us that this was the case for you,
Yeah.
that you married into a, like, let's say, a financially better family. Tell us, what was the journey like? How was that? And what were your hardships?
Oh, wow. Hardships. कहाँ से शुरू करूँ? So basically, when I got married, thankfully things were not this expensive as they are now.
Yeah.
But फिर भी महंगे तो थे. You know, it wasn't easy to
I think
plan
wedding
a-
planning is never
yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, it was never like cheap as such, but it's definitely really bad now. But so, okay, I'll give you an example. At my wedding, we had a cocktail and we had a sangeet. And for me, that time, you know how when you're attending weddings, you're just like, ooh, cocktail bhi hai, sangeet bhi hai, बहुत party karenge.
Yeah.
But when you're the ones hosting, then you're just like,
It's not
कि-
fun.
It's not fun, and then you think कि इतना करने की क्या जरूरत है?
Yeah.
पार्टी पे पार्टी एक ही चीज तो सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हो.
Yeah.
So first we had a cocktail, which was just for friends and whatnot. And then after that, after like a day or two, we also had a sangeet, which we hosted,
okay.
like as the
Bride
bride and bride side. We hosted the sangeet. The cocktail was entirely their thing. But it was, the disparity was so much because not like anyone said ki, oh, you know, as a comparison ki, oh, the cocktail was better than the sangeet or something like that. But I felt it because the cocktail was in a 5-star hotel, in a club in a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
The sangeet was in a the other kind of club, a society club. So,
Yeah.
you know, दोनों clubs में बहुत difference है.
Yeah.
So, if you see the pictures also of my wedding, you can tell, you know, like the Sangeet is an intimate, chota affair with
Yeah.
mostly just family on both sides. The cocktail was like this extravagant affair. Like there were people at my cocktail wearing more jewelry than I was.
हाँ, मतलब वही सीन हो गया ना आपका, ये जवानी है दीवानी से, like bunny walking in and oh my god, it's a cocktail
Yeah.
theme whatever party.
Fully. It was exactly like that. So that was one disparity. And the, yeah, let me tell you, this is a really funny thing to think of now. But the budget for my wedding, like from my parents' side,
Yeah.
we managed the entire wedding in half of what the groom's side, my husband's side, spent at the reception.
Oh my God.
Half. They
You're kidding
spent
me.
double of my entire wedding budget on one party. And I was shocked. I was just shocked. And it became so like my parents were kind of uncomfortable, you know, because they came to the functions that they were hosting and they were just a little, you know, out of their depth.
Yeah, I get that. I
Right?
honestly get that. Yeah.
Even during the planning part of it, I was selecting lehengas that were like, you know, 40,000-50,000. And I thought I was doing a very good thing. I was trying to control the budget. And this was something that they had to buy for the reception and all that. And I think that was because they were like, ye to sasta sa le legi, we better take this under control. So I was selecting something like that and they liked it. You know, like, oh, this is nice, this is very pretty, very modern and all of that. And then they saw the price tag and they was like, nahi, ye to bahut kam hai. Again, that didn't make sense to me because
समझ ही नहीं आता एज अ मिडिल
नहीं
क्लास
समझ
फैमिली
आता।
हमें ये कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं समझ आता कि सस्ती है चीज तो वो अच्छी नहीं होगी
हाँ,
एंड उनके लिए ये दैट्स रियल लाइक ओ इट्स चीप इट कुछ इसमें अंदर एरर होगा कुछ तो गड़बड़ है कि ये चीप क्यों है
एंड लोगों को क्या बोलेंगे, लोग एज एन
Yeah.
लाइक इमीडिएट रिश्तेदारों को क्या बोलेंगे, कितने का था ये? ऐसे हम थोड़ा ना बोल सकते हैं कि 50,000 का लहंगा पहन के हमारी बहू खड़ी है रिसेप्शन पे. So anyway, and like my reception lehenga eventually was 3 times the price of that, almost.
माय गॉड
And it still doesn't make sense to me. डब्बे में रखा हुआ है. I will of course never wear it. It made me look like a chandelier. But yeah, it's a waste. But it's there, and they don't regret it. They don't regret any part of it. They're very happy with the kharcha they did.
I think this is the worst when there's like a. The worst is knowing there will be a difference. So to avoid that, I had the same thought. Okay, कि ठीक है, they'll do their functions, we'll do ours. Nobody is involved in either of the things because otherwise getting them to come to my side would be harder. We can't go there. वो तो financially possible ही नहीं ना. मैं क्या करूँ? अगर आपकी साइड पे आने के लिए तो मुझे कुछ बेच बूझ के आना पड़ेगा वरना मैं नहीं आ सकती आपकी साइड पे. ऑर्गन्स बेचने पड़ेंगे मुझे. आप मेरी साइड पे आना नहीं चाहोगे बिकॉज आपकी प्रेफरेंस नहीं है, आपको कुछ मेहनत नहीं लग रही वहाँ आने में. सो आई थॉट लेट्स जस्ट डू व्हाट यू डिड, राइट? बट दैट वाज इवन हार्डर बिकॉज देन यू हैव टू थिंक ऑफ दिस व्हाट यू वेंट थ्रू कि यार माई गेस्ट्स विल कम देयर ऑल्सो,
Yeah.
their guests will come here also, and then people will see the difference. In my head, I thought it would be better if I hide the difference in like an equal affair. That I say, okay, let's throw a wedding party, which is half and half. All functions are half and half. And we decide a mutually agreed destination wedding. This I thought would be easier. Of course, it's not. Because
Yeah.
then there are 10,000 other things that you have to think about. Just like your wedding lehenga, reception lehenga, my wedding lehenga became the debate. Now, essentially, the bride side is supposed to buy the wedding lehenga.
Yeah.
And the groom side buys the other lehenga. दिस इज लाइक अ रसम एंड माई मॉम सेड सब हाफ हाफ कर रहे हो, ठीक है. बड़ी मुश्किल से तो अपने पेरेंट्स को मनाया मैंने. वो भी बड़ा कल्चरल प्रॉब्लम है भाई. इट्स नॉट जस्ट द ग्रूम साइड दैट यू हैव टू सिट एंड टॉक टू दैट दिस इज नॉट ओके, लेट्स डू दिस. इट्स योर ओन फैमिली. माई पेरेंट्स वर एक्चुअली मोर repulsed with the idea of an equal wedding than they were. And I
My
was like,
God.
they तुम्हारे फायदे, like this is good for us, let's just agree.
Yeah.
But nahi. So anyway, that is separate. We went to buy my lehengas. Okay, so first lehenga that we buy is the Sagan lehenga that they are supposed to buy, and I get them a great deal. We go to Chandni Chowk and I'm just like, and they're just like shocked because the lehenga that I got was not even half of the budget that they thought that the lehenga would cost. उन्होंने आज तक कभी wedding shopping नहीं करी है and उनको सिर्फ ये designer labels पता है. They were just like, what? And I'm very happy कि मैंने उनका कितना फायदा करा दिया.
Feels like an achievement. no?
Achievement, genuinely. But वो that is not where they came from.
Yeah.
They were just like, okay. अब हम जाते हैं wedding लहंगा लेने. And all of this shopping is happening by the way together. ठीक है, my family, their family, always. We're always like हम साथ हैं, family साथ जाएंगे.
I'm
ये
so
करेंगे.
sorry for you.
Yeah, that's not the best decision. We go there. And the lehenga that we accidentally like, we just entered a designer because we thought, let's have an idea. Now, this is the lehenga I'm supposed to buy. And all of these people look at one lehenga and it's Almost 4 times the cost of the lehenga that they have bought for me. Four
times, my God.
And I'm just like, okay, of course we're not buying this. It's out of the picture. But now everybody's heart is set on it. And now I see my mother and my sister sitting there. And I see the look on their face. And it's evident that they like the lehenga. Of course, it's a beautiful lehenga. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि
I'm sure for
ये
that
चीज़-
kind of price, it must be amazing.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It will only make sense then. But then I see this look on their face that what if, like I say agreed, like I agree to it. And if I do agree to it, you know, the entire budget that we've planned, where does that go? Where does the money come from? And I instantly burst out in tears because I realized that the gap that I thought I'm trying to fix will always remain.
Yeah.
Like now that I'm here, now what do I do? I was stuck in a loop to think कि मैं कैसे manage करूँ if I justify buying it and saying, okay, I'm doing this on my own. You guys don't need to, like my parents don't need to pay for it. They'll still know what it costs and they'll still think, oh, our daughter suddenly changed. Like the cultural वो कि क्या मैं
Her
अभी
tastes have become rich.
tastes have become rich and now she's going into that family. She's suddenly behaving like them. And this was one of the reasons I agreed for an equal wedding because I always thought when the people come to my functions, which will of course not be as grand as theirs,
Yeah.
the first thought that comes to someone's head is she married for money.
Always.
Always. They will always think that. And there is a stark difference. वैसे भी functions पे ना भी हो तो हमारे background से पता चल जाता है कि this is this X family, this is X family. And that thought that people will call me like a gold digger
Yeah.
was so existing in my head कि I am paying more now just for that thought to make sense. Even though
Yeah.
people don't know it's an equal wedding. The
Yeah.
guests that are coming, who cares? They don't care. They would, वो अभी भी शायद सोच लें कि इतनी अच्छी wedding है, maybe the groom side paid for it because of
Yeah.
course the bride side is not as whatever. But nobody knows. And just because of that thought that people shouldn't call me a freaking gold digger, I'm here. And I think that guilt is really hard as a new bride. I feel in today's time, even though things are equal and no dahej, no gifts, so to say, we had all of these were sorted out, all these things were already discussed. There'll be no gifts, there'll be no exchange of like for guests and all, anything, nothing is happening. But just these small things in a financially different background,
Yeah.
then they just make you feel guilty also for your family. And sometimes, if I'm not being whatever diplomatic, it does make me feel bad for the other side also because they have money, okay, but it's not their fault because
Yeah.
they run in that circle.
Yeah.
They have it, they want to spend it. उनको लेना है 2 लाख का लहंगा, अब उनके पास है तो मैं उनको क्यों जस्टिफाई करूँ कि नहीं आप चांदनी चौक चल के लहंगा लो. You know, अब हैं तो हैं. You won't go to Ambani's house and tell him, अरे भाई इतना महंगा लहंगा है, क्यों पहन रहे हो? You won't, right? Like,
Yeah, of course.
they have the money, they'll spend it.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel bad for them also to try to convince them to come to my side because bhai, they have it. And then
Yeah.
it makes me feel bad ki why am I thinking like that? This is wrong. So I'm always stuck in that loop.
Unfortunately, this struggle doesn't get any easier after the wedding. Sorry about that. Because,
sure.
Yeah, you know, if no one, the family may not say anything to you, your family may not say anything, his family may not say anything. But because we are in that sort of, I don't know, era right now, that fear of being called a gold digger will stay with you.
Yeah.
Always. It stayed with me. It started for me way before my wedding. Like when I knew that I'm marrying this person.
Yeah.
And it still stays with me. Even now, even though I have a career of my own,
Yeah.
I have my own money, I spend my own money, I still feel like if we go on holidays together and he spends more than I do,
Oh my God.
only because he can afford it and I can't. I do as much as I can afford and he does as much as he can afford, which makes sense to me, which should make sense to everybody. And no one says anything, but it's just that fear.
It's a bit in
still
your
there.
stomach. It's there. You know it.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's always there. Like even now, 11 years later, I am still waiting for someone to say, oh, she married for money. She's a gold digger. Or something like that. Something to that extent. I'm still waiting for it. And in my head, and I have an entire dialogue prepared.
Yeah.
You know? And I think I've sort of built my entire life around that fear that I am going to be financially independent. I am going
Same.
to have my own money. I'm always going to be working till I can.
Same. Oh my
Just
God.
so
Yeah.
no one can have the guts to
ever say that
yeah,
on my face.
to at least not say that to my face.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
so weird that like you got married 11 years ago, I'm
Yeah.
getting married now, and the struggle for a woman is the same.
Yeah.
Of course, our stories are different, but the thought is the same. I think the same thing. Even right now, he comes from a business family, and the idea is, of course, that na, ki if it's a business, like all of us join, it's better for
Yeah.
the family. I'm hell set on the thing that I want to build my own career, because I would never want to think that after marriage I
Yeah.
became a part of that, and then now I'm suddenly a
And
different.
life is easy now.
Life is easy. Like, oh, you take whatever money.
Yeah.
Why do you have to think about small
Yeah.
things? No, I want to think about small things, because then it'll make me, in my head, it'll be like I am not a gold digger. You know,
Yeah.
because every time that question keeps coming in your head, you keep thinking, are people right? Like, is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you doubt yourself?
Of
I'm
course.
telling you, it comes to your mind. Is this? And then I keep telling myself, no, babe, no, that's
Yeah.
not the reason.
Even when people would mention it as a joke. Ek to these shadi jokes I don't understand,
Yeah.
because most of them are aimed at women, and everyone is supposed to be like, oh, it's just a joke, it's fine. Just laugh at it. Like being gold diggers, shadi to barbadi hai, sali aadhi gharwali.
Oh, that's the most famous one, right?
I hate it. It is so insulting.
And it is so insensitive to both sides.
It's dehumanizing. What do
Yeah.
you mean, aadhi gharwali? Like, it makes no sense to
This
me.
is a complete topic for a rest.
Yeah.
Another podcast. We're gonna sit and talk about it. But I agree with you. This is absolutely insulting.
It really is. So yeah, coming back to like the gold digger, whatever, marrying into money part, you know, you look at like in my social circles, the current like married social circles that I have, I see a lot of women who are very happy just not working, you know, having joint accounts with their husbands and, you know, just getting like a monthly allowance type of thing. And it's fine. That's your choice. You made that choice. If your husband is on board with it, you're on board. Theek hai,
Yeah.
it's your comfort. But I look at that and a part of me judges them. I don't want to, but I judge them. And then I get that fear that, you know, if I ever sort of quit my job and sit at home,
I'll be
somebody like me will only judge me. You know? So
Same.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And-
I agree. 100%.
there's so much talk about the male ego. No one talks about the female ego.
Yeah. Actually, nobody talks about
Yeah.
that, and it's real.
It's real.
And it's even harder to overcome that, because we've been told for so many years that take the easy route, na.
Yeah.
क्या इतनी अच्छा business है. Just sit with them. Why do you have to go to a job?
You know-
Jobs are so demeaning. You have to listen to someone
how many
else.
times I was told to just quit my job and stay home and just relax and just enjoy the good life. But that good life then comes with a complete lack of decision making.
It comes with a huge cost.
Huge cost. You have no control then where your life is headed.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the same for me. There are options always available.
Yeah.
And I keep telling them, take the option away, because I don't want to even let it sit ki I have a safety net, that
Yeah.
you guys are my safety net, because
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want to be my own self, because that's what my family has taught me. And if I let that feeling go, like you said, I'll judge myself, because I do judge, and I'm so sorry to say that out loud, but I do judge women who don't have that, because I feel like that's also sort of a patriarchal setting that has been put into our heads.
Yeah.
I don't think any women, if they're actually told the conditions that they're living in, which they think is free will, enjoying life while their husband is working, is not free will. I don't think they realize that it's something that has been instilled in them. क्योंकि वो उनकी सिनेरियो ही ऐसा बनाता है. आप जॉब करो, आपका घर की एकदम से लाइफ हार्डर होने लग जाएगी. Suddenly there'll be too many responsibilities on your head. Suddenly you'll feel like, yaar, my job is getting so hard because I have to, of course, manage the house also.
It's the job that is hard
Harder.
always, not
Yeah,
the house.
Never the
Yeah.
house. It'll suddenly be like कि देखा बेटा तुम जॉब में इतना सुन रही हो तभी तुम घर पे ध्यान दे पा रही. तुम जॉब छोड़ दो, तुम्हारे पास कितना टाइम होगा रेस्ट करने के लिए. And suddenly you start believing that.
Yeah, you do.
Just like I start believing that, oh, am I a gold digger? Even though I know it I know myself, but वो क्योंकि when someone says it so many times,
Yeah.
or even if it's just a joke, or even if it's just a difference that you're seeing all the time, ki, oh, my spending power is this, their spending power is this, so like how do I do this? You ask yourself that question. Similarly, if somebody is कॉन्स्टेंटली टेलिंग यू कि देखो जॉब कितनी हार्ड हो रही है क्योंकि तुम ये नहीं कर पा रही हो, तुम मान जाओगे यार एक टाइम के बाद कि हाँ यार कौन रोज जाए ऑफिस, कौन सुने बॉस की, यहाँ मेरे पास इतना कंफर्ट
And it
है.
is so tempting.
It is tempting. Why is it not tempting? I think if I
Yeah.
gave a man also the option, ki
Yeah.
bro, you sit at home, play PS5 all day, and you are being served, which honestly they still are. They still.
That's a very realistic scenario for a man, not so much for a woman.
Yeah, it's not right. So I think it is tempting, and people do fall for it, and then we think that's how it is, but clearly it's not.
Yeah, it looks really great from the
Fascinating.
outside. It looks, yeah, it used to fascinate me also till I realized what the cost is for all of this, you know?
Yeah.
Like the cost of just sitting at home, no matter how palatial your house, no matter how grand your cars are or how beautiful your holidays are, it eventually starts feeling like a golden cage.
Yeah. And you know, before we started this platform, Auntie Eve, I used to think that maybe this is just a young feminist me who thinks the problems exist. But honestly, the messages that we get from women after they read or listen to our Trauma Bonding Tuesdays,
Yeah.
where we get anonymous stories from women who tell us these incidents that have happened with them, it's honestly baffling to me that this is the world this is the India that we're
Yeah.
living in. It's crazy. And these are all working, educated people that come up with these stories. It's not something that's coming from a place of, let's say, people who are not educated.
Yeah.
These are stories that come from actual real houses.
These are like homes in our neighborhoods.
People we know, you might not even know what's happening in
Yeah.
their house, and this is exactly what's happening. I read a story on Auntie Eve which said, you know, that they supported the woman, that, oh, you work, okay, because double income, who doesn't want double
Yeah.
income, right? And then, but only with the criteria कि काम बाहर का करो बट घर का कम नहीं होगा,
बस
that's it.
the catch.
एंड देन वो लड़की खुद ही रियलाइज करने लगी, नहीं यार ये तो मेरे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा, मैं बाहर का छोड़ देती हूँ, क्योंकि एक ही छोड़ सकती हूँ, घर तो नहीं छूटेगा, तो मैं बाहर का काम छोड़ देती हूँ.
Because the options are, you think you have an option and that you have chosen to quit your job,
Yeah.
but you have been told to quit your job repeatedly.
And then she was taunted that, you know,
You don't earn now.
because she was at a good pay.
Yeah.
And of course when you leave a job, your habits remain the same. ऐसा
Yeah.
नहीं होगा कि एक दिन तुम एक लाइफ लीड कर रहे हो और तुमने एकदम से life, like you quit your job because you've been told,
Yeah.
you'll suddenly not start living it. You'll still want the same, what do you call, luxuries or whatever
Of
that
course.
are luxuries for you. And then she was taunted for those luxuries. Earlier she was not, when it was her salary, but now she's taunted for them. So we get such stories every day, and it's crazy.
And it's very real, you know. You realize how common this is.
Yeah.
Yet people will just not talk about it. And it's just so understood that, oh, in most families, कि अब तो शादी हो गई है, तो assume कर लेते हैं लोग कि ठीक है, now she'll join the family business if you're marrying into a rich
Yeah.
family. Or, you know, कि हमारे घर की बहुएं और बेटियां
Job क्यों करेंगी?
बाहर काम नहीं करती हैं.
That is the most common.
The liberal way of thinking is कि बाहर काम क्यों करना है, अपना
घर का
काम है.
business है, कोई सुनाने के लिए नहीं है, कोई कुछ नहीं है,
Boss
अपना
बन के
pay,
काम
boss,
करो.
and it's not the boss. You are not the boss, let me tell you.
Never.
If it's a family business, even if you're given the whole segment that this is your say, it will never be your say. It's a family business.
Always.
You will have more say with a very toxic boss than with your own family. It's a given. I don't think you get more.
Yeah, and who wants to see the same face in office and
And at home.
Imagine living with your boss.
Boss, I would hate that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So, are you getting married soon? Or have you been married for a while and need a place to vent?
DM us on Auntie Eve on Instagram, link in bio.
Send us your stories and we'll figure something out. Or your rich in-laws, hear this and stay in line.
We'll see you on the next episode of Saas Bahu and Auntie Eve with the next Kalesh. And remember, don't always be the good girl.
Or the good bahu.